Hi, friends. This is Milton Knight again, doing another book tour. The reason I'm doing it today is because I've just finished doing some pretty big work, and I'm taking a little break for a few days. Maybe I'll start again as soon as Monday, and I'll show you a couple of examples of what I've been doing. Let's see. This is a commission of my first published comic book characters, Hugo the Jester and his lady love Trish. Someone remembered those pictures, those comics, and asked me for a commission. Here is a painting of the let me get this straight, cartoon character Stuffy Derma, which was a short series on the Milton the Monster program in the 60s, and they were animated by my favorite, mentor, Jim Tyre. So, yes, both sides of Stuffy Derma's life, the millionaire hobo, in his element and way out of it. And this is an acrylic painting. So, people who were kind enough to give me these commissions will be getting them soon. And first in our book tour is a book by Bill Nolan, who created the well known rubber hole style of animation. The figures are loosely drawn, and it was, it wasn't as much of a style as a procedure to get the stuff done fast, because it needed to be done fast. And nowadays, people tend to labor over these drawings, which kind of negates the purpose. These are supposed to be spontaneous drawings, and this book is more of a object to have than one to really use as a learning point. It's very simple, almost for the kids. Let's see. Ways to draw characters, ways to portray action. His drawings are loose and full of life. And here you have our favorite method of, drawing animal characters. So yeah, definitely a period piece. Uh, but it's fun. It's colorful. It's got Nolan style. He worked with Dip Pen. And here are more cliches. The cop with the funny hat and the angry school marm, the billionaire, and the let's see, the pretty girl right here. So you've got very old school cartooning. Cartooning with a capital K, as my friend Howard Post said. But it's the very elemental, very bare bones title, Illustrating and Cartooning. And this one is by Arthur Zeidenberg. Arthur Zeidenberg did a lot of manuals. He must have gotten one done every 2 weeks. Some of them are just hack work, but others are great. This is one of his best ones, because he shows a lot of different techniques to use. It's a psychology thing as far as I'm concerned. Ways to use line, ways to get depth. Uh, Here are some pictures where he especially uses those dark areas to bring a picture together. Uh, it's not just one image in a picture, one element, one character. It's several, and they should meet and create a harmonious whole, uh, like his. See, he's using almost every space. There's judiciously some vacant areas, but these his work in this book is offers a lot of my concept of using black lines and using, you know, white areas and maybe some in between. Well, he can be expressive, he can be lively, and as you can see, he can stretch the anatomy and possibly for expression. You got an angry, I guess, an angry wife here. Her head is like in a different place than it ordinarily would be to contribute to the feel of the drawing. These are illustrations for books. They used to have those books for adults, classical uh, authors, all sources of life, not just cartooning. I don't think that just cartooning is a good thing for the artist, uh, because you get to a point where you're not your art. What you're doing doesn't represent life at all. I've said this before. You get a cartoon of a cartoon of a cartoon, and pretty soon you're doing stuff that has nothing to do with anything. Drawing sea and sky. Yeah, now, what you got here, look inside it, don't think much of the outside, but you have some wonderful examples of doing atmosphere. These are more colorful than many oil paintings. Stuff like this, bold, very bold, sassy and brassy. Here's another one, simplified pencil drawings by Charles X. Carlson. I think I've got his picture right here. And he had a very gutsy style, heavy. The books are all hand lettered. Very, you get passion. You got a kind of robustness that is simply not common now. Here again, we talked about line interpretation. So yeah, good to learn from. He was a teacher, I think, and I imagine that he would have made for a great teacher. There's another one, simplified figure drawing, same artist. And here you have some similar territory, but I mean, everything is welcome from him as far as I'm concerned. Here's his dynamic anatomy and figure drawing. Yes. And of course, rhythm. Oh yeah, this gives a lot of helpful tips and inspiration. Here's one, Better Figure Drawing by Cecil Hardy. So this is the only one in this little group of books for by a woman. And sure, hers is largely fashion-oriented. More techniques, more line qualities. Exaggerating for effects. And you have these little elves here showing where to push and to pull and making the figures mobile and supple. And the last one I have here today, Heads in Commercial Art by Daniel C. Marshall. Another book from that same series, and it just says it. It's bold, it just doesn't fool around. I missed that. It, you know, to be a sexist, you could call it macho. But that's the kind I like. It just comes out and says everything out loud. And he has a fist. And here's one more. Just beautiful in its own way. And so, yeah, I have been glad to lead you through this little tour. And I hope I will see you again. You will come back for another video. So, signing off, Milton Knight. Good night.